Welcome, folks, to another exciting college football matchup. We've got an intriguing neutral setting for this battle here today. Today, it's a top 25 matchup. Two teams off to good starts, hoping to build on that and test themselves against another ranked team. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 16th ranked team, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Gators will kick this away to get us going. Returner trying to create good field position. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage.
And the Clemson offense will take over first and 10.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
So, team top it out.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Look at this, taking a shot on the very first play. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback drops back. Going to try to use his legs here. Breaks loose at the 40. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Ball handed off. Breaks loose. No shot to bring him down. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there, the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination of this quarterback and receiver for a big day.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The shotgun running play call. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quick completion to the tight end. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. Like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and the quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the wideout goes in motion. Second down, we're going to throw it. Sideline catch made, but out of bounds short of the first down. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, man, it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
Offense looking to convert on third and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky fourth down decision? There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. QB to the tight end for a completion. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Powering through. Picks up the first, looking for more. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. And the Gators begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete. So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. They'll run it here. In the clear at the 25. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Big wins like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looking for his back. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looked pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get them to 3rd down. They get pressure on the quarterback. The quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. He'll take a deep shot.
Oh.
It is intercepted.
Hello, number 4.
changes
You
possession.
man, get that over you,
Take over
bro.
at the 28.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and defense comes down with it.
He'll hand it off. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Now it's second down here. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Here's a screen pass to the running back. We're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. On the run here, lets it go. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That's a nice gain to move the sticks here as time runs out in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Clemson 7, Florida 0.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And now the running back's got it again. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Single back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. They got him. It's a sack for the defense.
I talk a lot about defensive ends arguably being some of the best athletes on the field. Here's an example of a guy that's just too quick off the edge for the offensive line to be able to contain. He got in there in a heartbeat and came up with that sack.
Returner decides to fair catch this. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Looking for the wideout. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew him. If anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it, just misses him.
Here comes a handoff. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Extending the play now. Breaks loose at the 40. Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Escapes the pocket. Breaking free at the 35. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a first down.
Well, here's a quarterback who just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They're going to run it here. Breaks loose at the 45.
Keep the fuck
He
out.
breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that
Keep
penalty,
the
of course.
fuck out of here.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's looking to scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. It's a deep throw
See what you
down the
gonna
right
do,
sideline.
6'5"?
But this one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
And the Tigers trying to cash in here in the red zone. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Boy, good job here getting into the backfield and coming up with this sack here by the defensive line for the Florida Gators. And, Chris, you think about Florida, you think about defensive linemen, you think about incredible history and legacy that they've had over the years. Start with Javon Kearse, the freak, what he was able to do, and Kevin Carter, all the sacks he came up with. Dante Fowler, such speed off the edge. Even Derek Harvey, boy, he had an incredible year in 06 when the Gators won
What are we
the national
doing,
championship.
NCAA? What's up?
Them dominate the line of scrimmage today.
Eighth play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Catch made across the middle by the running back. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. The Tigers looking to crank up the tempo a bit. The DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
Boy, that is some determination by this offense here. Picking up a new set of downs on the run. The call works out perfectly. You just needed 2 yards. You pick it up, and now you've got another chance at points.
And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. And the Tigers line it up with 1st and goal. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Clemson. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, grinding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
Now they get set to kick it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Fires it to the wideout. Finds big catch downfield. That's a big gain before he gets out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little greedy, because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you've got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
The back's got it. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receivers.
Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. And moves the ball to the 35 with another first down. The Gators come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Send the back in motion. First down. Looking to throw the football. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And that's a solid return after the interception.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Here's the throw deep downfield. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown Tigers.
Well, perfectly thrown football here, and this quarterback's got to be fired up. That's his first passing touchdown of the season. Here's the first of hopefully many more for this young man.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. They add the extra point, and the lead now 21-zip. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. And the Florida offense retakes the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Looks to his left and makes the completion. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs. The Gators come to the line in the hurry up. They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch does get the foot down.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
They look to throw it here on second down. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He flips it to the back across the middle. And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first first down marker. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Defense is coming after him. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. So it's third down, but out comes the field goal unit. They'll try to add 3 points before halftime. And he knocks it right through the uprights.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Tigers will kick this deep, begin the second half. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. The Gators offense retakes the field. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball under the 36.
Well, this is why you get the ball out there to your playmakers, not just catching the pass, but also being prepared to do something with the football once you have it in your hands, and he shows he's got that ability here.
They're going to run it. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Second down after that previous play. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. It's an out route. The catch made. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Tries the right with a quick throw. Sophomore trying to make a play, but put too much on the throw. Second down after the incompletion. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. Touchdown, Clemson. And the route is on. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ball game.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good. Time to throw, and man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage, because right now it is not working.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Gives it to the back. Running through the tackle. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Third down coming up after that running play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And in fourth down, they'll punt it away here. Oh, and he's got some space here. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. And the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it right near the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Now we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
And the PAT is good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Offense makes their way on the field. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Second down play coming up for this offense. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Here's the option play. He'll toss it to the back. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Offense facing a third and long from the 28. You've got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Receiver makes the catch. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Second down after that run on the previous play. That's a design quarterback keeper. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
Chris, I understand what you're doing here. As a play caller, you want to take that chance. You want to keep the ball. You want to keep the drive alive. But this is the risk you take, and the defense comes up with a huge stop.
Spinning out of the tackle. They tackle him, but the game moves the ball to 36.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
And then first down, right back to the running game. Here's the second down play. He'll hand it off. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Quarterback keeps the football. Fighting off the defender. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there. And the offense will have a first and goal.
35, Florida, 3.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up first and goal. Looking to pass this time. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. And the beatdown continues.
Well, they just continue to do everything right. This offense has looked outstanding from the opening series all the way up to this point, doing everything that's asked of them, great execution, and put another touchdown up on the board.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Florida offense retakes the field. That last possession, they got stopped on fourth down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed by the defense flying to the football.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back, just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the fourth quarter.
And just a short gain this time, they're able to get him down. Offense will try to convert a third and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On third down, he drops to throw. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Bringing pressure. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
But these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And he'll set up to throw. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
They'll kick it away here. And they've got the returner corralled. The Gators offense retakes the field. This has been a long afternoon for this offense. All that's left, got to get some consolation points here. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. Incompletion makes it 2nd down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The guys up front line up. It's first down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
I really like the throw here, Chris, but the fake off the play action was just as effective. You saw the second-level defenders freeze for a split second, and that helps open those passing windows.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense shoots itself in the foot. It's 1st and 15. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And the quarterback dropping back. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Well, first of all, I'm impressed that the user has not turned the game off and reset and playing it to the final whistle. And the offense is following your lead by playing hard and gaining some confidence for next week.
Bro, GG.
You're going to win this game, but I'll tell you what, you're a trooper.
Extra point splits the uprights. So a good W here. Their season